How's it going, everybody? It's Eva Cookies from Melanie here. First off, I would like to say sorry for the lack of videos. I know on my side I just haven't had any ideas, so that's why there's been no videos for the past 2 weeks, I think, on my side, but there's a video now, so sorry. On Trinity's side, I don't know, she doesn't, I don't know. So yeah, let's get into the video, shall we? So as you can tell by the title of the video, this video, I've said video way too much so far, is going to be about what YouTube is for me. Okay, so I guess we should start off with the question. What is YouTube for me? For me, as a person, YouTube is a safe place. And again, I know that sounds really weird and strange, but let me explain. Even though I've never been through a dramatic time in my life, I know there's millions of other people that watch a YouTuber when they're depressed or when they've had suicidal thoughts or even just having a bad day. And even though I've never been depressed or on the brink of suicide or anything, if I have a bad day, I can go and watch YouTube. So it's a place that I go when I'm upset or when I want entertainment, and I feel like in the groups or the communities of the YouTubers that I watch is a safe place. When I think of YouTube, I think of the first thought that comes into my head is people making videos as a job, or people making videos to entertain other people. That's the first thing that comes to my mind. So I started watching YouTube when I was in like grade 5, and I actually didn't watch YouTubers. I watched whatever was on my watch feed. But even then I went on like once every 2 weeks, once every month. Like, it was not as big as it is now. So, fast forward, I'm gonna say to, either grade 7 or grade 8. I'm gonna say grade 7. So 2 years later, well, like a year and a half later. In grade 7, I watched a lot of YouTubers. Well, not a lot, but I watched Shane Dawson, Joey Josefa, Sawyer Hartman, Tyler Oakley. Like, I watched those types of YouTubers, but it still wasn't that often. Like, I would go on like maybe once a day or something. Like, after school I would watch YouTube videos, but it was only like an hour or something that I would watch videos, and then I would turn on my TV and I would watch TV shows. Like, YouTube was not very much, so I didn't think a lot of YouTube for them. Like, it was just a place for entertainment, purely entertainment for me. And then fast forward to like grade 9. In November of 2014, which I believe was grade 9, like the end of November, I started watching PewDiePie. And that was when I started like really not getting obsessed with YouTube, but I really got more involved with YouTube. Like, I went on more often, and like I couldn't stop watching it. Like, I found his videos so entertaining and so funny. Like, that was the first gaming YouTuber that I've ever watched. So that was like a whole new genre of YouTube for me. And that was when I really started thinking of YouTube as more than just entertainment. And even in the beginning of watching him, PewDiePie, even in the beginning, I still thought of him as like entertainment. And it wasn't until like January of 2015, which is like 2 months, the end of January, beginning of February of 2015, that I really actually started thinking, wow, like YouTube is more than just entertainment. And that's when I really like started like actually thinking of YouTube as more than just entertainment. Like, it was a place that people could go to be in a community with other people that have either been through the same thing or are going through the same things or just have the same feelings about the same things as you. Did that sentence make any sense? Probably not. Fast forward to October of 2015. This is when I found another YouTuber, and before I was watching PewDiePie, and he was all I was watching. And then I found Jacksepticeye. Not directly through one of PewDiePie's videos. I remember he uploaded a video called Virtual Morality, and he only uploaded part 1, but I really wanted to see part 2 and 3, so I ended up googling it, and then Jack's video was like the first video that popped up, so I was like, okay, I'll watch it. I immediately subscribed because I was like, oh my god, this guy's super funny. And like, it was super nice because I went through like the comments of his video, and it was like all like, oh my god, this video is so funny, or it was like tips on how to make the video better, or like it was constructive criticism. Like, it was super nice. And like throughout, because it'll be 1 year and about 2 weeks that I found Jack. And like a couple months after, like I really, like as soon as I found him, I got super obsessed because his community was just like the nicest community ever. Like, it was super nice, it was super amazing. Like, I watched some of his vlogs, and just like the way he would like thank everybody for doing it, like I loved it. Like, it was super nice. And I found another safe place in another community. After I found Jack's, like I said, like 2 or 3 months in, I became super obsessed with the channel. Like, I was watching all of his videos, like basically the same thing that happened with PewDiePie happened with Jack. Like, I was watching all of his videos, like I was just obsessed with the community, I was obsessed with him, I was obsessed with his videos, and I found him to be more than an entertainer. I'm gonna say about a month after, 2 weeks after I found Jack, I ended up finding a third YouTuber by the name of Markiplier. I ended up finding him through a video indirectly from Jack. Because I watched Jack's video that he did where he revealed his dyed hair. So I watched that video, and he mentioned Mark in it, so I was like, okay, I'll check out this dude's channel. And because honestly, the only reason that I wanted to look at his channel was so that I could see if he actually really did dye his hair pink, because I found it super hard to believe. I was like, no, he wouldn't actually dye his hair pink. And I went on one of his videos, and I remember the first video I think I watched from him was his Velocibox video, like his part 2 or his updated one or whatever. It was a Velocibox one with his hair pink. That was another community that I found, and that, like, it was another community that I was like, oh my god, like, this community is super nice. And it was another community that I joined because I found a safe place in it. Now, I'm not gonna say, like, that night I was like, oh my god, this community is for me. Like, it took me a couple weeks, a month or 2, to be able to say, yes, this community I'm part of this community. After I found Mark, I did the exact same thing that I did with Jack and PewDiePie. Like, I became obsessed, I watched all of the videos, I watched him, I fell in love with the community. Like, it was the exact same scenario. And after I found all 3 of those YouTubers, which are the 3 main YouTubers that I watch. Now, I watch all of the other YouTubers in my sub box, but those are the 3 main YouTubers that I watch. After I found those 3 YouTubers, I found that each one of them felt like a virtual friend. I found a friend in each of them. Like a virtual friend, like I said, like a friend that I can look at through a screen and say, yeah, like this guy's pretty cool. And it was nice because I found not only a safe place with the community, but also with the person themselves. And that sounds, again, super weird, but it did. Being able to find a safe place, not only with the community, but also with the YouTuber, was super important to me because before finding those 3 YouTubers, I'd never really gotten that. And because I found such a good place in Jack's community, I got a Sam! And I've had this for a while. This is nothing new. I've had this for 3-4 months, but I thought it was kind of fitting to this video because I really only get merch when I feel like the community is good and I feel like when I feel like I can be part of the community. And that's why I got one of these Sams, and I was super happy when I did end up getting this, because even though it's just a little stuffed eye, it made me feel like I was so much closer to the community and to Jack himself, even though that sounds really pathetic because it's like a little stuffed eye. But no, getting this little eyeball just made me feel like I was part of the community even more. All in all, I find YouTube a safe place for me because I'm able to be in communities that I can relate to and I can understand. Like, I follow a few fan accounts, and even though they're fan accounts, it's like, if there's a reference on them, I'm like, yeah, I get that, because I'm part of that community. And it makes me feel better knowing that I am part of that community, and that if I'm going through something, that the community is there for me, just as the community is there for millions of other people. And I think that's why I find YouTube a safe place. And I'm sorry this video is super long, so that's all I have to talk about for today. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, and in the comments let me know what you think I should do for my next week's video. Not what Trinity and I should do for our group video, because we already have that figured out for next week. But for further weeks, you could let us know. All of my links will be in the description below, and you can go click on those. They're great, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out. Sam says bye. Ah! Where did you get your rad coat? I'm not kidding, that's a question. My rad coat. I don't know. I don't know which coat is being spoken of. Moving on. What color would you dye? Also, one thing that I just noticed, my nails like completely match Sam. They're shiny and everything. Hashtag squad goals.